The log is off.
Welcome. How you doing, mate?
I'm decent, I think, for the week.
So I've got some housekeeping to start with, if that's all right.
Please.
So you know how you're always banging on about Untapped and always having a go at me for not marking me Untapped beers and stuff.
Yeah.
I did something. So all right, here's a question for you. So I'll tell you what I've done and then I'll give you a quiz, all right? So I put the Lagers Off on Untapped.
Right.
So if you want to find us, we're at the Lagers Off podcast on Untapped. Come and friend us. And what I've done there is put every single beer we've had to date on,
Right.
including the unaired episode, just the first one. How many beers have we tried so far?
I'm going to say 18.
Oh, you're not far off, you know. It's 21.
Really?
Yeah. Do you know what I reckon's throwing you there, the New Year episode?
With the three at the New Year episode.
Yeah. And it took us age, because I had to go back and find out which ones we did. And there was one I missed. It was that ICAT one we did. You know, the ICAT song.
Yeah. Did you put on the one that we abandoned as well?
No, I didn't put that one on.
So I think we should probably tell people what we did. We had a throw it away hot cross bun brown ale, I think it was, wasn't it?
It was something like that.
And it was absolutely vulgar.
But also, so that might sound like we're cheated a bit there because we've got, this is grim, so we'll just not do this episode. But we did have a lot of technical issues as well.
We legitimately couldn't record it. It completely screwed up, and we thought we're not recording that again because we only had one can of that beer anyway. And it was hideous. So we did have a Lagers on there, really, I think.
Yeah, we definitely did.
So anyway, you never know what today might bring. I've got a bit. I've got a bit
so
left
excited for this one. Do you know why? Because I didn't think I'd like. I mean, just forget everything we just said about that hot cross one. But I didn't think I would like these flavored beers. But they're really good.
Yeah. Now I've actually had something very similar to this beer, and I think it's going to blow your mind.
And also the storage of it. I didn't know if you were taking the mick when you told us about this.
Well, if you look, I mean, we'll get into it. It does actually give you some instructions actually on the can itself. So,
does it? I didn't even look.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so it is legitimate, and it wasn't me just sort of making you look stupid. But we'll reveal all in a second.
Yeah. So what you been up to this week then, mate? Anything exciting?
I've been working pretty much mostly. Which got me onto a topic. So as you know, I work away quite a lot. So I go I go down south
Norwich.
quite a lot. Norwich. Maybe should be a good plug for the One Man Bar Crawl podcast episode from last season where I went on a gallant trip by myself. That's worth listening to. But it got me thinking because I've take a case and I sort of don't ever really fully unpack this case. It's always got stuff in it, like my toiletry bag and plugs and leads and all that sort of stuff that I always take down.
Yeah, and plugs.
And not like butt, like maybe I use these as butt plugs. Anyway, I mean like phone chargers and stuff. So, but I've got, for my computers, I've got a satchel. Now, your face is sort of saying it all, because this is where I was leading in. This is where my question was going. Basically, it's a man bag. And I've rocked a man bag for quite a considerable amount of years now in a couple of guises. So, like a messenger bag with a flap and all that sort of stuff that you have.
Yeah.
Where do you stand on a man bag?
So I loved a messenger bag. When I was at uni, that's pretty much all I used. I don't even know what a satchel is. What's a satchel?
Well, now I've said satchel. I don't know if it's actually the right terminology for it. Because isn't a satchel like one of those ones that buckled down?
I think so.
That little girls used at school.
Yeah. So it's usually leather or something in it.
Yeah. Well, I've got a leather one now, but it's not hasn't got buckles, but it's still got the flap.
Right. Okay. And what do you keep in that?
Well, it's really
your PE kit.
Just I get my English book in there, the maths textbook. No, it's really good for my computer. Like just as a pick it up,
like a
put it in
laptop
there,
bag.
like a
Yeah.
laptop bag, but it's a proper man bag one.
Well, for my laptop, I've still got it. All right, go on then. But while you're saying that, I still use a backpack for my laptop bag, and I don't know if I'm too old for that. Oh, that's a proper flap, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And then it's got like the computers in it.
Yeah.
Where do you
I don't
start
mind
with
that. I don't mind it.
I love it.
It's a lot more unisex than I thought it was going to be.
And I've got a bit of a fetish for work bags, to be perfectly honest, because I know it's weird. I don't know if you can see in my. Can you see down there in the corner? They're all my collection of work bags.
Yeah.
So,
I think you've got a problem, mate.
I've got another. God, I should probably be giving this away, but hang on, I've got a better one to show you.
Oh, he's reaching.
Look at this fucker.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome. That's hardcore, that.
It's a case.
That's hardcore.
That is hardcore, isn't it?
Has it got a handle as well?
Yeah, it's even got a...
Whoa.
So yeah, I've got a bit of a fetish for them, but I was thinking because my wife likes us using a man bag. She thinks they're quite good.
Yeah.
But I could imagine I get a lot of flack from people, especially when I'm pulling a leather briefcase. That's probably going to give us a lot of shit in airports.
Are you one of them dicks that stops full stop at the end of escalators or the top bottom of stairs?
No, I'm always in a hurry. So I'm like always moving. So it drives me absolutely insane when people get on those travelators and just stand there and do nothing. It's like,
yeah,
are you kidding? It's just move out the way.
But I imagine that's people like me who don't go on holiday or go away much and they just don't know what they're doing.
I once got stuck behind a family and they were like literally, like it was, I can't even remember which airport it was, but they were like taking up the whole travelator so no one could get past and they weren't moving. So like they had like literally a queue of people behind them just getting madder.
concertina into each other.
Honestly, there was like steam coming out of people's ears.
Okay, so in the bag family, would you ever wear a bum bag? Or if you're American, a fanny pack?
I don't think I can get one with a long enough belt.
Well, I think the fashionable way to wear them now is like across your chest, isn't it?
Well, my tits are even bigger than my belly.
Yeah. And I think I
wouldn't bring myself to that.
You're not getting much in there, are you? You're not getting documents in there anyway. That's like for wallet and phone. So just put it in your pocket, lads.
Although I've got to say, I had one of those, those folding phones that Samsung was. I had one of them, but I had to get rid of it because it kept pulling my trousers down.
They're so shit.
No, it was a good phone. It was a really good phone, but it kept pulling my trousers down, so I had to abandon it.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's have a drink, mate.
I'm going to look. So this is the way that this beer is meant to be stored, upside down. And if you look at the can somewhere, it does say, store upside down, flip it, and sip it.
Should that instruction not be upside down?
Possibly. But then how would you know to turn it upside down if it was upside down already?
Yeah, good point. I don't know.
So anyway, we are on Vault City. My camera's on reverse, so I find it really difficult to get it in frame, but Vault City Stoopid. Now, there's a little bit of a story behind this. So this is a strawberry banana coconut cream smoothie sour at 6.7%.
6.7%.
There is a story behind this, and the story is that Vault City always get a load of flack because Vault City only really do sour beers.
Right.
So they get a load of flack from like camera kinds of people who say, oh, that's not a real beer, that's not a real beer, hey, this is stupid. So they've called this the stupid one because it's not a real beer.
I like it. They've like doubled down on themselves. I like it.
So I'm going to flip, mate.
So hang on. Flip back because we're not ready. Roll. Is right, you give us an instruction before we came on how to pour this. So we're just flipping it over as normal. It's not going to spray everywhere, is it?
No. It'll be thick as... I reckon this will be thick.
Actually, do you know what? The can's quite heavy.
Yeah, it's going to be dense.
And also,
do you want to give us an art critique first?
Yeah. So do you know what sprung to mind when I saw this? Grange Hill. You know the beginning of Grange Hill?
Yeah.
There's a sausage on. Oh God, I said sausage. A sausage on a fork.
Was it a Richmond sausage?
Mate, out of where? This is fizzed up everywhere.
It hasn't.
Fuck, mate, it's literally going everywhere.
Mine isn't. Sorry.
That's a disaster.
Well, mine's not a disaster. In fact, look at the beautifulness of that.
Okay, I'm going to take a photo of this and I'll put it in the vid when we do it.
Oh, it's coming out like the contents of a abscess.
It's like melted ice cream.
And look at those bubbles on top as well. Have you seen them? It's got like a honeycomb dense bubble on top. It's absolutely amazing.
It smells weird.
I haven't tasted it. I've just had a little sip of the foam. Right. I mean, I've got to get some of this in. I'm literally salivating. Cheers.
Oh, cheers.
Good God. Oh, my wonder stuff.
I'm a little bit annoyed half of that's gone over in my mouse mat now.
That is absolutely... Right, well, I'm going to let you give me the narrative around this one while I just enjoy a little bit more.
It's delicious. That's the only thing I can say about it.
Is it beer?
Well, it doesn't... I'll tell you what's weird. It's 6.7%. It doesn't taste like beer and it doesn't taste boozy.
Oh, my God. So,
like, if you were irresponsible, if you give that to a kid, I don't think they would know it was alcoholic drink.
They'd suck that, wouldn't they? Oh,
yeah.
My God. So, obviously, a massive strawberry in there. Real massive hit of strawberry.
Oh, God.
I'm not getting much banana, but I do get a lot of coconut.
Yeah, it's really coconutty. Oh, that's good, isn't it?
And it's got like a little bit of carbonation as well, which is really nice.
Yeah, I found that out.
I wonder how yours sprayed everywhere.
It didn't spray so much. When I probably didn't open it fully enough properly, and it just kind of like Vesuvius out of the thing.
Yeah, it needed to be whacked open, I think. That's very good. Very good. So moving away from the beer for a second, you've asked us what I've been doing this week, and I said not much, been working. However, I did go for a blood test yesterday.
Oh dear.
So into the doctors, and I'm really, you've got like you put your arm on that pillow, like to make you all nice. Do you know what I mean? Like all nice and
so.
And I hate needles with a passion.
Yeah, me too.
I was so I know that you've just got to relax your arm, and I'm trying to relax it and trying to relax it and trying to relax it. And as soon as you put the needle in, my whole fucking body just went tense as you like. It was like a piece of iron. When I went, it actually really hurt this blood test. So I do sympathise with anyone going to any sort of other bits of needles, but I was a big brave soldier, and I got me little plaster on it, my little sticking plaster, and everything was okay. But
I can't have blood taken the big boy way. I've passed out on a number of blood tests. So
I've got to be honest. I knew that, and I just wanted you to admit it.
You wanker. So I haven't done it for a while, but I have to go in and say, I'm very nervous about needles. Is it okay if I lie down? It also that it's really difficult to find a vein in me. And this has been throughout my whole life, so it's not just because I'm fat. When I wasn't fat, they couldn't ever get anything. And at one time I went in, they had to get the lead phlebotomist nurse to come in Do you know what she had to use?
It's easy for you to say.
She had to use a butterfly needle that they use on babies to get into a vein.
I don't even know what that is, but it's funny.
But can you imagine? You don't like needles, and there's a queue of cunts lining up to stick shit in you. They're going, we don't know what to do. So I have actually fully passed out once, and I was sat there. This one of the times I did sit, and I just kind of went. She went, "Are you all right?" And I went, "Mm-hmm." And then the next thing I knew, I woke up on the floor.
When was the last time you had a blood test? Or do you actively avoid it now?
It was about a year ago. So I have to, when you book in with the doctors, I have to tell them that I need a certain nurse to do it because she's the only person who can do it.
On a bed.
But other needles, when I just get an injection, I'm fine. But for some reason, the thought of blood coming out of me is just, knocks his bandy.
Are you like, you got a son, were you squeamish when he was a baby and he knocked himself and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Really? So it is blood that freaks you out?
I can deal with poo and piss and vomit, but blood, I'm like, So
it's weird, isn't it? That is actually weird. One of my...
Sorry, go on, mate. No, go on, you go.
Well, one of my dogs had a stick injury. I don't know if I mentioned this on the podcast before, but she jumped on this branch and it basically went through her chest and into her lung. Oh. And I remember she jumped for this ball and it was like a piece of driftwood and she jumped on top of it and she just stopped still dead. And that was knew something was wrong. And then she turned around, she just walked back to us really stunned. It was like, oh shit, what's happened? And picked her up and there was just blood pissing everywhere. And obviously we were away on a walk, so I had to pick her up and wrap my jump around her, get her back home, get her into the car, get her to the vets because it was that bad. And honestly, when we got into the vet, it looked like we'd murdered her. It was like I had blood up my arms, on my face, all down my shirt. Honestly, it was a bloodbath, literally.
Actually, I would have passed out. I think I would have passed out if there was that much blood.
But the poor dog, though, would you not have just got the adrenaline as to say, well, I've got to get her.
So that did happen once, actually. So, as you know, I'm not the greatest DIYer in the world. And I was once fitting some new catches on.
Nah. You haven't fitted anything in your fucking life when it comes to DIY. So basically, you were using a hammer where you needed a screwdriver, and you were probably using a drill where you needed a saw.
Not far off. I can't use drills. The terrifiers. So what I had to do, I was fitting some new door latches on. So so you can open and close them with the handles. I was. That's the word. So anyway, normally what you do is you drill out the hole so you can put the barrel in, and then you'd screw that in, right? I didn't really want to use a drill for that, so I got a chisel. And it was a brand new chisel.
I see why this is linking to blood already.
So the doors are varnished, and it makes it harder to get wood out. It's like hard wood, and so I'm hammering away, and bits are coming out, and it's all going everywhere, and it's a mess. And then I realised if I just went and sort of poked it in and out a bit, it was a lot more effective.
Are we still talking about the chisel?
Yeah. So I'm poking it in and out a bit. And then I must have lost concentration, and I pulled the chisel out and put my thumb to hold onto the door, and the chisel went straight into my thumb. And when something happens in slow motion, you go, ow. And then you look down, and there was a smile on my thumb.
Did you pass out?
So what happened was it was such a sharp chisel because it was new. It had created just this perfect slice in my finger, and it looked like a smile. And then it took about what felt like 30 seconds for it to start bleeding, and then it was just I had a red glove on. It just went so bad. So I was like, oh. So I ran to the bathroom and I was putting it under the thing, and Sarah's going, "You probably need stitches and that, And I'm like, I'm not going to get stitches. So I kind of just covered it over, and it's healed up actually, but there's a massive scar on there now.
So I don't know. I don't know how you'd have coped with this incident that I had then. So I work in the shed, the office out in the garden, and I had something called a cough syncope. Okay, yeah, exactly. So basically, it's when you cough, but you cough, you do such a hard cough, like it's not a long cough, it's just like a, like that kind of cough, but it's so hard and so fast that it makes you pass out. So like it stops the breathing, it stops your something in you black out basically. So I was in here working, and I went, and I woke up, glasses smashed on my face, head on the floor, chair over, in a pool of blood. And I'm like, oh my god! What? Like couldn't work out where I was. What the hell's going on? Just was completely lost. Anyway, I managed to sort of bring myself round, like found me glasses and everything. Anyway, I'd bitten through my tongue.
Oh,
like, and when I say bitten through my tongue, I mean like I can't
just
say
hanging
it.
off.
This won't be good for the podcast, but all the way, but not crossways, downwards. So
From coughing.
From coughing. So I've got a scar all the way down my tongue. So anyway, I phoned my wife at work, and my wife's a nurse, so I thought, oh, she'll know what to do. And I said, I've bitten my tongue.
I've coughed myself up.
She said, imagine getting a call at work, I've bitten my tongue. She was like, well, what do you want me to do about that? And I'm like, no, I've really bitten my tongue.
But were you like this? I hit me tongue.
Yeah, I bit the tongue.
Martin, have you been drinking?
So I had to. I didn't know what to do at all, and I'd passed out as well, so I was a bit worried about that. Anyway, I had to drive myself to Kendal, which is like 20 minutes away, 25 minutes away, something like that. And I had 10 stitches in my tongue.
Oh.
10 stitches in my tongue. It was so bad, I was gripping the bed so hard that, you know, that the beds, those hospital beds have got the thing at the bottom, like with like, where they hang the boards and stuff. I was pushing on it so hard, I pushed it off the bed. I broke the bed as it was stitching my tongue.
What?
It was.
How does that even heal? How do you heal a stitched tongue?
I was eating.
Did they put a bandage on it?
Yeah, I was walking.
Put it in a cast.
Walking around with a big plaster on it. No, I just like I had proper stitches on it and proper stitches in it, and then it was really swollen as well. And then a few days later, like all the bruising came out on my face as well. So I got blackness around my lips and up my nose and everything like that. It was the most barbaric thing that's ever happened to me, to be fair.
So but people were going, what did you do? And you went, I coughed.
Oh yeah, cough syncope. But this the way that it heals, because I couldn't eat because I was like, obviously it was really difficult to eat. So I was just, all I could do was like eat soup and stuff like that for like, felt like weeks. But oh my God, it was so bad. So there you go. That was my ridiculous story of a personal injury. I've actually got a photograph of it. Do I dare show it?
Oh, I don't know, mate. That might be a bit much. I'll probably pass out if you show us it.
Do you think I should show it?
No. I don't want to see it.
I'm gonna, for those people watching on the video, and not for Dan, who will probably have a fit at this, I am going to flash it up on the TV now. It's gone. Don't worry.
Do you know what the worst thing is there? I looked away from that, and there's just a pool of pink stuff on my desk. I've spilled this beer.
Oh, it was, what a barbaric injury, yeah. That was a turn up for the books. I think that's probably the worst injury I've ever had.
Yeah. Oh God. So was that just off biting through it?
Yeah, I must have like bit on it and then like tried to swallow my tongue or something and it ripped it through. Anyway, back to the beer, I think.
Yeah.
How's it going after second and third drink?
Yeah, it's really nice. It's what's the word? I don't think I'd have more than one of these.
No, and I'd be perfectly happy to share that as well.
Yeah.
As always.
It's got bits in it now.
Yeah, it has. It's got a load of thickness at the bottom. It's really nice, though. Fantastic.
Yeah, really good.
Absolutely fantastic. So we were going to go back to the blood test, and I forgot where we went from there. We went off in such a tangent.
Oh, I was just going to tell a story about when I had a cyst removed, but your tongue stories beat it, so there's no point.
Oh, actually, I wanted to revisit the whole chisel thing anyway.
All right.
So, what possessed you to think that you would rather hammer a chisel into a door to make a hole than actually use an electric drill?
Because I thought I'd be more skilled and precise with a chisel than I would. I would have sent the drill through the side of the door, which actually is what I did on one of the doors later on. Because I used the wrong bit. Do you know what the worst part is? I did all 4 doors upstairs, and only 2 of them closed properly. Worse off position than when I started.
What does your missus say when you have such calamities like that? Because if I had a door on in the house and then I tried to do something and I messed it up and I couldn't close the door, I would be like ridiculously angry with myself.
Yeah, I think she's just used to it. Like, I'm just so shit at DIY. Like, so this is how shit I am. We've started getting like people in just to put in like plug sockets and stuff. This bloke came out. Yeah. So here's the story, right? It's just brilliant, this one. So we wanted some carpets in the bedroom. Right now, a bedroom is basically a square, right? But more of a rectangle. But you know what I mean. It's not a difficult shape. So basically, you measure up, don't you? And then you go to the carpet store and you go, this is the measurements for the room. And then they cut it out and all this. So I'd gone up and I'd measured it. And went to the carpet shop, paid for it. It was all getting delivered. The guys were going to bring it and fit. And I was in the day. The guy went upstairs with it on his shoulder. And about 30 seconds later, he came back down with it on his shoulder. And he went, which arsehole measured that? And I went, me? And he went, oh, good, it wasn't someone from the shop then. And I was like, no. And he says, I don't know how you've done this. I've never seen this before. But you're 4 inches out from one wall and 6 inches out from the other. He says, I don't know how you've managed that. I don't know what I'd written down.
How?
I don't know. But luckily, I think they just charged us a bit extra for the messing them about. But...
No, they didn't. I bet what they did was they laid that in the middle and then just put 3 false strips around the edge.
And then, so this is the best bit. So they did that, came out and fitted it, brand new carpet. And Sarah goes, we need to decorate the bedroom. So now we've got the new carpet. So this carpet was like a light colour. It was like a sort of, what would you call it? Like an oatmeal-y colour, right? Yeah. So we're painting the walls. One of them's getting painted red, right? There's a tray of paint. And it's on the steps. So you can just get it at sort of like waist height. My clumsy fat ass turns round, knocks the full tray of paint over. It falls straight down on the floor with like red paint on this carpet. It was like literally 2 days after it had been put down.
Did you clean it up? Did you manage to get it up?
Yeah, but I don't know if you've ever tried to clean red paint off a white carpet. It's not easy. It leaves a blemish.
So you've still got red paint.
But this was a while ago now. We've changed it again now. But it was like we had to redesign the bedroom to put a rug over this thing.
Oh, this could be an ongoing theme of stories of your DIY. I think.
There's loads. I'm so bad at it. Like it's, I don't know. I've told you this before, but I'm the only person in the world who gets worse at things the more I do them.
I haven't had many like crazy calamities, but I've told you about my tool buying fetish, haven't I? I like to buy tools and then not use them ever. But I did manage to I tried to wire a thermostat into my boiler and I blew the boiler up. That was a bit of a disaster.
See, can you imagine me touching electrics, man?
Well, then after that, I had a massive success where I was able to wire in something into the boiler that the electrician and the plumber couldn't do.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So how good's that?
Yeah.
I mean, the house might have burned down like in a fortnight, but it was working.
They didn't do it because of safety standards.
Yeah. We're not allowed to do this. The rule book says no.
Yep.
Right. So I'm just going to move us back to this beer for a second, mate. So I'm going to go straight in and go with a question because we're getting to that time. I think I'm 100% certain what this one is going to be, though. But I will ask the question nevertheless. Mate, Vault City Stoopid Strawberry Banana Coconut Cream Smoothie Sour, 6.7%. Is the lager on or the lager off?
Well, apart from spilling it all over my desk, the lager is off.
Excellent. I thought that. I'm going to lead you down a path of absolute sheer bliss now. This is going to be an ongoing test in your taste buds now.
Yeah, and like I said, because I'm not really a dessert sort of sweet person anyway. So I'm surprised as it. And coconut and beer sounds mental when you think about it, doesn't it?
It's bloody. I'm drinking it again. It's bloody.
It's really nice.
Absolutely spectacular. Oh, it goes in your mustache as well. Lovely.
Yeah, it gets you all sticky.
Just like poking that thing in and out. We got. So I'm going to do a little bit of promotion now because I think we're not very good at doing this. So
no.
First of all, we are on the old Instagrammer. If you search for the account, what is our account? Is it the Loggers at the Loggers Off?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's at the Loggers Off podcast. In fact.
Oh yeah, sorry, the podcast. Yeah.
We currently have about 4 followers. So
no, we're talking about nearly 40.
40 followers, yeah. I mean, Kim Kardashian's obviously shitting herself right now for a social media standing.
Yeah, we're not quite influencers yet, are
we? But yeah, we would really like it if you could give us a follow on the old Insta. We do post a few bits up there. I'll post that picture of me tongue up as well. And mind you, that might get us banned, mightn't it?
Yeah, I think that'll get us cancelled, mate.
Maybe I won't. I'll tell you what, here's a good one. If you want to see the picture of me tongue, DM us and I'll send it to you directly.
Get in the DMs and you can see Martin's gashed tongue.
No, bloody hell, I thought you were going somewhere else I got one. We're also on YouTube. And YouTube is the Loggers Off podcast.
It is,
there's a few shorts on there. All of our episodes are on there. And the full video recordings and audio recordings are on there. And Facebook.
We're on Facebook.
At the Loggers Off podcast.
The Loggers Off podcast, yeah, exactly the same.
Same one. And last but not least, you can get us on Untapped and you can have a look at the beers that we've had. And that is at the Loggers Off on Untapped.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
We'd love you to have some followers. We'd love you to drop us some comments. It'd be really nice to know if anyone is actually listening to us. Our statistics are going up, which is good, but we don't hear from anyone, so it'd be really nice to hear whatever you have to say or give us a follow, and we know you're out there.
Yeah, leave a comment and subscribe and all that, please.
It's driving Dan insane because he knows people are listening, but he wants to interact. So
I need that data, man. I need the data.
And on that note, you can also have a look at me on Instagram. I'm at Beery Banter, which is my personal account, which I do a lot more beers on. I'm a lot more active on that one. So
you're almost an influencer on that, aren't you?
I mean, again, you know, who's a really big influencer? Who's a Mr. Beast? Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
I mean, Mr. Beast is not going to be pooing himself with my 2050 followers. although I did get a message the other day asking us if I wanted to do a promotion.
Did you? Of
Yeah.
Mr. Beast?
No, not of Mr. Beast, off of Broovy.
Ah. Wow.
So, yeah, maybe I am an influencer.
Yes.
Anyway, that's where we are. So we'll try and put those things out. We'll put them into the links into the biographies and stuff. So it would be great if you could give us a follow. Let's call it a day there, mate. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah. I'm now going to be terrified that you cough and fall off your chair and bite your tongue off. But all the best. And I'll see you on the next one.
The podcast's going to be considerably worse if I bite my tongue off. It's going to be really bad. Good night.
See you later. Bye-bye.
The log is off.